everyone, and welcome back to another interview in our series for the Law Marketing Zone Group. I'm excited to welcome today Logan Quirk at Quirk Accident and Injury Attorneys in Southern California here with us today. How are you?
I'm doing well, Marilyn. Thank you. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. So what we usually do here is let's just chat a little bit about your journey. So tell us kind of where you are, where you came from, and let's talk about what you're doing for marketing and stuff like that. So tell us about yourself.
Sure. Brief thumbnail sketch. I graduated law school in 2008. I went to work with my brother, and then I decided to move to San Diego in 2012, started my practice down there, and slowly migrated back north to this Los Angeles and Thousand Oaks area. Still have an office in San Diego, Thousand Oaks, Los Angeles. I'm licensed in Nevada as well, and Montana, and that's currently where I'm at.
Oh, great. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Montana, Nevada, and California.
Yeah. After the Nevada bar, I promised I would never take another bar, and I was able to get admitted to Montana on motion. So I think I'm good. I'm still holding true to that promise.
All right. All right. Well, one of the things that we talk about here is in the group as we focus on marketing and the things that we do to make ourselves more efficient. What are you currently doing for marketing?
For marketing, I have a digital advertising guy in place. I have a social media person. And then I do some B2B marketing through some professional organizations. Okay. So I think it's really good to try and keep all your eggs in different baskets, because as the pandemic taught us, some of your lead sources or marketing efforts can dry up, and you don't want to be dependent on one stream of revenue.
Exactly. I had a friend who did so well with his local BNI, but whenever the pandemic happened, that ended, and he was the best source of leads. So makes the difference. Now, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, most definitely, I was agreeing with you.
Thinking about, so you said you've got a couple of different offices now. Are you doing your Google My Business? Do you have just one, or are you maintaining two?
My Google My Business is in 3 locations: San Diego, Thousand Oaks, Los Angeles. So I do maintain those offices, and I do actively maintain those Google pages. I don't personally maintain them because I'm not sophisticated that way, but I do have a person in place. He does a wonderful job of optimizing those pages and hopefully bringing in some business for me.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's such an important part that we really stress for people not to let that go by the wayside. It's just by optimizing, you can see anywhere between a 27 and a 42% increase in calls just in the first 90 days. So wow. That's been our experience with clients that we've worked with. So
yeah, the data doesn't lie, right?
No, the data doesn't lie. That is true. And speaking of the pandemic, what have you changed in the pandemic that you're going to keep at post-pandemic, and what are your changes that you're not going to keep?
What some of the changes I made where I reconfigured some of the marketing decisions. So I'm definitely keeping those changes I made in place. As far as like Zoom meetings, at first I was a little reticent, but it's so convenient. I still get Zoom fatigue, so I try to minimize how many hours a day I'm on Zoom, but it makes it easier not only for myself, but for our clients just to hop on a call. That Zoom, it's driving in Southern California is a pain. So this Zoom has made everything remarkably efficient and convenient, not only with clients, but with court and whatnot. So hopefully that's there to stay. Some things that I am not keeping. I tried Slack. I wasn't a big fan of Slack, but I think everything else is staying, all the changes that we made. But we were pretty much set up as we could go remotely really fast. So there wasn't technologically a lot of changes I needed to make. I felt like I was pretty well set up to be remote or to be able to have people in different locations.
Well, I'd imagine so if you had a couple of offices anyway, so that's great. Yeah, I mean, we've been using, the geeks in the group have been using Zoom for years or something similar. So it's kind of nice to have the world to come to our side for a change.
The lawyers finally got in the 20th century, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Not even the 21st.
So what do you think the future holds for you as far as you've got your 2-3 locations? Are you going to expand to Nevada or Montana? What are you going?
I keep my Nevada and Montana licenses I don't actively market there. I take few cases that come to me, but I'm more selective with those cases. The future, I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in Southern California. I'll actively stay here and market. If I decide to go out of state, or maybe get a second office out there, then I'll actively try and market in whatever location I'm at. So who knows what the future holds? That's kind of nice about the futures. It's ours to shape.
That's right. I like the way you say that. Well, thinking about the members of the group, that they're from beginners to old timers, what if you had any advice for someone, what would you give someone about their firm and how to grow and that sort of thing, multiple locations?
I'm always trying to adapt and see what I can do different, maybe tweak. That might not be the best thing, because a lot of tried and true systems are great to keep in place. But I think what the pandemic did teach us is that you have to be open to learning new things and trying to evolve with the times and not be stagnant. So I think that it's a very good idea to always do some introspection into your system, your marketing, making sure that it's working. When it's working, it's great. But when it's not working, don't be scared to try something new and just keep at it, keep persistent, because as long as you keep at it, good things will happen.
Very good. Yeah. So one of the things you did then was obviously your processes and getting those things together as well during the pandemic. So you are more poised to grow the 3 offices.
Yeah, I think that the pandemic did kind of hit home like, hey, it's really important to have different sources of revenue and to try and have a holistic approach, not just try to find that silver bullet, because that silver bullet may be very lucrative at the time, but it may not sustain you as a practice. So I think, just having a big holistic approach to marketing is going to give you a lot more stable and consistent revenue.
Great. You have some great information. I really appreciate your time today. It's been fun to chat with you, and it's always nice to hear when people get multiple locations. You're working your GMB, you're doing everything in different locations, different directions to bring in revenue. That's exciting.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, and thank you for making the time to let me chat with you today.
Absolutely. And if anybody out there wants to reach out to you, how would you like them to reach out to you if they had any questions?
Sure. You can see me on the web at quirkwins.com. You can call me 833-QUIRK-WINS, or you can shoot me an email, logan@quirklawgroup.com.
Fantastic. Thank you again for being here. And if anybody wants to give the interview, just let us know. I'm going to put your contact information above the video. So if someone wants to reach out to you, they can certainly do that.
Wonderful. Thanks again.
All right, great.